The sight of snow falling in Bab Amr offers an insight into the desperation of the people. Venturing out into the streets despite the dangers, they sit and line up buckets. The snow offers the prospect of a tiny amount of drinking water, which along with electricity, fuel and everything else has been cut off to them. With the Syrian army now having encircled Bab Amr, it's become impossible for anyone to move around without the risk of death, and the Syrian Red Crescent has been negotiating with the government to get back in. The president of the organisation called for both sides to stop fighting in order for its staff to get access, but in an interview with Al Jazeera, he also suggested the government had not guaranteed that it would cease firing during the time ambulances were driving through the streets.
I have to say, in your risk, because the other side they must accept, I think. It's both sides, it should be accepted, yeah. But believe me...
So the government says it's a risk for the ambulances to go in?
Yes, I think from the Syrian army, they accept the Syrians to go there. But we should be ceasefire from both sides, not from one side.
The Syrian Red Crescent has strongly refuted allegations that it might be in league with the government, prompted partly by the refusal of the wounded journalist Edith Bouvier to leave with them in previous days. It insists it is absolutely neutral and also says it's hoping to get the bodies of the dead reporter Marie Colvin and the French photographer Remy Ochlik, who are currently said to be in a refrigeration lorry.
They are two bodies, I think. They are two bodies. I don't know. This is the detail. This is not my job, I think, to interfere.
Are these the bodies of the journalists you're talking about?
There are some of them what we have heard, because we have prepared some special car to transfer them.
As regards the fighting, the state of play in Bab Amr isn't clear. What's beyond dispute is that there remain several thousand civilians there and a tiny humanitarian operation which isn't even being guaranteed safe passage. Laurence, Al Jazeera.